While Justin Trudeau makes a compelling case study, he is not the only dictator on the rise. Under the new rules provided by the COVID-19 emergency, many other elected leaders were empowered to show their true colors. Interesting how they all marched in perfect lockstep while chanting the same slogans.
This pandemic has provided an opportunity.
Here we are now with an economy in crisis, but with an incredible opportunity.
It's certainly a major crisis, but it also offers us a unique opportunity. Unprecedented opportunity to rethink and reset.
The great opportunity for reset.
Opportunity for us to reset.
Take this opportunity for a reset.
You know what I mean? But as I tell you, Jamaica is driven by politics and religion. And them know once them can have those constantly as a part play in our country, nothing will ever change. Them say one view. Yeah, them are going to say all type of sitting because they don't want it. But they tell you, listen, they tell us they have a bunch of people that work for them. I told you. They have a bunch of people working for them. You see me? But yeah. Remember, so we have almost, but now upon the page, we have almost 7,000 people upon the page. Those check-in, yeah, man. Because I say, I say, I want over those check-in. You see me? Yeah, man, check-in, man. Jabby, you got yourself. I don't know, I can't see your picture, good. You look like, you know, a labor right shot. But it don't really matter. You want a couple of them over here, too. Yo, this live you got nice. Alright people, you know, I'm not really wait on the live because I'm not going to show you after this. So I'm not going to wait on people to check in. I'll go and talk, and if you have to reiterate, then I do that. But I said to myself, say, alright, Christina. Alright, so someone has said my concern. Alright. Yeah man, check in man. Cause I don't know you guys. I don't know joke thing about this live. Alright, so I realize that the psychological tactic where the fool people might use are work basically. You know what I mean? You wanna realize that the tactic with this politics and it a work. It is working. It is. Yeah, but you only can work on somebody clone them. But again, people, look, let me tell you, I do a live yesterday. I do a video post, and I see get a lot of people comment, a lot of attention, but I don't see what I'm going. The obvious I have a video for showing right now. Who remember in about 5 live, Mitch you there all the while, so you will know this. Kevin there all the while. Who remember me tell you say the only reason why Canada can let in such as Belize, Antigua, Guyana, those places in them country without a visa is because most of those islands are fully vaccinated. Now, when you're not done, you go up on any of the social platform, them go up on TikTok and type in the QR code buy palm in supermarkets in Canada and you will see what one. You have videos now where you go viral and people reach a supermarket door and cause chaos now because they can't go in because it have a little thing where Mark scan your QR code. And everybody's asking, what is your QR code? Remember, so the pastor man, they didn't kill for nothing, so we say, him a this, him a that. Him come out and telling a whole chain of how it was going to be. Same way. The pastor man tell him, said, when you reach a Canada and you go in, you're going to have to scan your QR code. What is your QR code on your hand? Your palm. Now, no, you see what I'm telling you, say, half of Jamaica, or if not the whole of Jamaica, cannot enter into Canada because Canada is now moving from paper to paperless, which means the actual visa and passport that you would actually use via paper will no longer be there. See, your ID will be in your hand. So the graphene oxide that them jockey with in your shoulder is your antenna. I'm telling you already, say, this part with the computer and whatever, and this will actually, and 3/4 on the name, believe me. 3/4 on. Now I am going to put the whole only in a pause. When me tell you, say the only reason Canada is letting in these individuals from these countries in them country without visa is 3/4 of these islands are fully vaccinated. The ones that are not fully vaccinated, what they're going to do is red flag you like what China is doing. Tell you say you either have a high temperature. Tell you say you either sick, pull it out of the line. For what? I don't know. Yet, because I'm still doing my studies. But did you know that it reached Jamaica? The little girl throat, Kayla, big up herself. The little girl throat with them cut the other day. She wanted a CT scan. And the machine was basically nowhere to be found. And she died. But, who remember again when I told you that something isn't right? Something isn't right. Well, I'm going to a computer. My name is wait till 100 people are gone. They can show them back again. Who remember this? Look at this big batty blood clot boy. Look at this boy and these two clowns. Listen carefully now. Watch the machine. Watch this.
Nurse Beckford, Nurse Beckford and Nurse Cahoon, and she's explaining, which a lot of people don't understand, how it is that you can pull people out of the line and ask them questions. There is actually a temperature control that monitors temperature, which triggers an inquiry. Tell us about it. And capture right here. Okay.
As the passengers traverse the finger, call it the finger, the sensor, which is located in the roof of the hall right there, it captures their temperature. So whenever there's an increase in temperature, it reflects on the machine, the monitor right here, and then we're able to pull such persons from the line to further do our investigation.
So you hear that? There's a sensor in the roof. You come off the plane, you walk through the passageway, and if you look, you'll see that it's picking up the temperature. If someone has an elevated temperature, they know who that person is and they pull them out. So sometimes you see people being pulled out, it's not random, although they could be random. It's really about the monitoring of the temperature. And you see here that coming off now, and a lot of people coming through, we won't take their picture. That's it for now.
Hold on. Me say, uno start call me one old scientist, man. Uno start call me Obama, man. Uno start call me Obama and go up on Tufton page. It is the last video that was posted on from the COVID time. From the COVID time. It is not from the COVID time. It is recently being done. Someone in the ear me are telling us the only way China could have done this is to basically raise red flags. 3/4 of the people who point their fingers at the machine, IDs yourself already. The ones that point their finger at the machine and it don't work, they must say your body have high temperature and you're developing XYZ. You notice you have 2 barbone in a mask. What the mask for? So what motherfucker if me have a high temperature? I'm not eligible. Hold on. I'm not eligible for get a fever. I catch a flu. Body temperature don't change. Me no can leave England we cool and come in a Jamaica temperature we very hot and develop a fever. So where you go pull me in our room and tell me so no that me can't travel again? Are you going to have to joke me with something in order for me go in your country? Kevin, I told you guys. People used to call it conspiracy. Me tell you this. The picnic need one CT scan. We need a machine to save our life the other day and then have none. None of pussy blood clot. You know how much you put this in at the airport? For high temperature? For people with... Since when you care about me and my high temperature? What is it you're going to do? Put me in a room, bathe me in a cold water, make sure I'm out, and people out there, kids out there dying? You see what me I go up about? You see what go on? I wonder if you see what bomb clot go on. You done bat in our country. You see what's going on? I see the type of people they use, the people with natural hair, the clowns, the one that Jamaicans confide in, the so-called pussy or dirty Christian them. See the natural hair with a mask, eyeglass, the liar, the thieves, the same set of thieves, the criminals. What you are going to do? What you are going to do with that now? You put a machine like that in the airport to test temperature, you? I told you. Yo, overdose, me telling you, youth. Me telling you, look out for them, you know. Look out for them, youth. Them a bring, Jamaicans can't go in Canada. We can't go in Canada. No time, not all. Because half of Jamaica, if not 3/4 of Jamaica, did not take this in them finger. The same thing you tell you have to point on the camera. We don't have it. Canada now is running by QR codes. And this is not ABC. It's simpler than ABC. No. If you're gonna let in a bunch of of aliens in your country without ID. Basically you're letting in. This is cheap you send we go walk on blood clot Mars. You cannot do that. Jamaica with such a low tolerance, such an ignorant set of people cannot go into a country without your QR code. If the government constantly, Andrew constantly keep telling you that, listen, this is a world where we do away with paper. Your paper will be in your palm. Your paper will be in your palm. How could you let in Jamaica? They lied about the numbers. Me tell you, first thing they lied about the numbers. Oh, half of Jamaica, 353, how much million people take vaccine in Jamaica? Lie. And these are only things we show you. Said these are blatant lies. 3/4 of Jamaica not participate. 3/4. Some people just say yes and get the fake paper, blah blah, and say, ah, yeah, the Jamaica give you fly and for the more with a fake paper. They didn't. The truth will be shown now when you're walking through these airports. Kim, me know you're there. Sash, on there. On remember me telling you, say, the reason why Canada can let in Guyana and the whole place and then country without visa for 2 years, it was a test trial. You remember me live there? I said it in about 5 live. About 5 live. I said the only way them out is identify the people with the juke, and the people without juke, they're going to create a scheme, red flag them, pull them out of the line, and trust me, some way or the other, they will have to take something, either juke, a tea, a blah blah, in order to enter them country. Kim, let me show you again what this motherfucker and these dunce people are doing, Mike. Look at this, dog. Look at this.
Nurse Beckford and Nurse Cahoon, and she's explaining, which a lot of people don't understand, how it is that you can pull people out of the line and ask them questions. There is actually a temperature control that monitors temperature, which triggers an inquiry. Tell us about it. And capture it right here.
As the passengers traverse the finger, the sensor, which is located in the roof of the hall right there, it captures their temperature.
Finger.
So whenever there's an increase in temperature, it reflects on the machine, the monitor right here, and then we're able to pull such persons from the line to further do our investigation.
Investigation about what?
There's a sensor in the roof. You come off the plane,
yeah,
you walk through the passageway, and
yeah,
you look, you'll see that it's picking up the temperature. If someone has an elevated temperature,
yeah,
they know who that person is.
So what?
They pull them out.
So is he saying that COVID is still around, or something is wrong with somebody having a high temperature? People, I'm wanting to go over Tufton page. Go up on the Instagram page right now and look. It is the last video posted last week. I think it's 2 days ago. It just posted. Me get it yesterday. Yesterday, this is not old video. Just get it. Just. If you notice him not in a mask under a COVID time, he only put the clowns in night to convince the motherfuckers who deem themselves as Christian. Because those are the most reluctant set of fuckers in Jamaica. These are the people why war not start in Jamaica yet. Because they're leaving things to this white Jesus to consult for them, which won't even work, motherfuckers. Because see, them are putting things in place where no can't even stop again. They can't even stop. No can't even stop. Not at all. They might put things in place where no can't even stop. You see me? So when me tell you, I said this to you the other day. So the only reason why the people can let in all of those other Caribbean countries into their countries without a visa is 3/4 of them is already fully vaccinated. All of them fully juked. So this machine that Jamaica have is baby to what Canada have. Canada basically look at ID who don't have the QR code in them, but they joke the poison, the bomb, the time bomb, because there's a lot of stuff they can do with that we have in your body. There's a lot of stuff. Them can use you like a puppet until they know you want no more bomb. That we have in your body triggers all type of, as a matter of fact, it escalates any type of sickness in your body. So if you have cancer, it just bring it to close you and kill you off. If you have any little thing, if you get a cut, if you have sugar, whatever, it kill you off. Go on Tufton page. They are now building and revamping 8 new hospitals right across the country. Now, if you don't expect sick people, you don't build hospital. If you expect a certain amount of sick people, then you're going to build a certain amount of hospital. They are spending over $30 billion. $30 billion on hospitals. How many factories, how many jobs creation you see I could create? None. Them know say people are got sick. Them know say people are got dead. Them know say people are got dead like dog. Dog. You see me? Dog. Ryan, nobody go into that Christian thing. If I your first time to the page, welcome. Not go into that Jesus is real business. None at all. Else you wouldn't have on a page. Else everything else me attack a fake. If Jesus real, everything else me attack don't make no sense. You see me? If Jesus real, COVID real. You see me? If Jesus real, them your people attack the truth. The Prime Minister one of the most truthful person on earth. You see me? If Jesus real, half of the picking them up at Jubilee Hospital. They look want to get short of the car while you're within short cut a fake. That means nothing go so. If the Jesus we attack about full of love and make sure say all I'm child and children are very protected, then apart from that, come up our life. Because in the brain I want to look at things on a bypass the reality of the earth. And gone in our space where you can't see nothing we are going over. And a full time you see we are going on earth. Look power going on earth. You see me? Look power going on earth. You know, I mean, 3/4 of this Bible and this Jesus is about is Jerusalem, donkey, cart in a manger. It's a different world you're in right now. Different world where nothing from the Bible but a prediction. An obvious prediction where even me myself would have predict. Sickness, war, rumors of war, XYZ, cruelty of men's heart, which me could have predict that bomb buckler. Show me the happiness from the Bible, which actually go wipe out all of this real reality in our face. It won't happen. Show me the sickness where them say, your Jesus can cure. Show me say it cure them. Show me say all of these corrupt motherfuckers from earth will change your mind after a period of time. It won't. You're only getting worse. They're putting bans and Bibles and scriptures on all of these social media platforms after they gave you guys for free. The same as how they gave you the Bible. It was for free. Ask yourself why. None of these motherfuckers in the Bible, even Jesus don't have a last name, so they don't exist. The earth is a real place with people with offspring, with names, real name, family, relative, cousin, sister, brother, where you can find them up to today. None of these men have none. And the Bible isn't that old. It's not even 500 years old yet. It's not even 300 years old yet. So them supposed to have offspring. Them supposed to have family member we can run to right now. Ask them real question about Jesus. It's a fiction of you're not going to pigment of them. It's a imaginary madness. Look around you. Things are getting worse. Not saying things being worse is not a good thing, because half the things we thrive from is the worst things. Half the things that make us happy as human beings is the worst fucking things. The worst things, quote unquote, by these Christians. The worst thing. The rum, the cigarette, the boom, the weed, the girl without the whorehouse, the XYZ. Half the things we deem as the profanity, the XYZ, the short pants, the short shorts, the slippers, rag in a back pocket, knife in a waist, gun, which every Christian basically have one right now, makes us either safe or happy. Now, look, my voice come preach so when tell you the fuck your blood clot is like a back in the days when you attack the dunce. Back to my story now. Alright, watch your style. Watch your style now. Watch your style. Again, them can't find no machine for cure half of the disease them in Jamaica, but you can put up machine like this in every airport to detect people with high fever. I'm going to ask you, what's the purpose of somebody developing a high fever? What you going to do? Put them in a room and raise with them and tell them what? Yo, I don't need to start bet me now. I don't need to start blood clot bet me. Alright. Alright, watch. Let me show back for whole late. Why this computer get locking off? I mean, never used to go on. Why it can't? I want to press on it. Let me show it again for all who just a forward. Ah, boy.
Aspect one and Nurse Cahoon, and she's explaining, which a lot of people don't understand, how it is that you can pull people out of the line and ask them questions. There is actually a temperature control that monitors temperature, which triggers an inquiry. Tell us about it. And capture it right here. Okay.
As the passengers traverse the finger, call it the finger.
The finger.
The sensor, which is located in the roof of
the
hall right there, it captures their temperature.
Yeah.
So whenever there's an increase in temperature, it reflects on the machine, the monitor.
People, it's not capture your temperature, it's capture your ID. You're gonna ask how they do it. How they capture your ID. About temperature. They're using temperature. And as me tell you, say, this fucking lie of a COVID was just a rehearsal. Was a sensitization. Again, them use the most adamant thing that basically pursue the body, which is the fever. Because again, it have no specific time. Even people, worse like people, like we in the region, we have a specific time to catch flu. Because we have a hot temperature right around the world. So if you left out of this hot place, I'm going to a cold place, which most of the other parts of the world are cold. We are going to develop a sneeze. You're going to develop high body temperature. Whereas if you're not, if you wasn't medicated, simple as ABC. No, them have to use that. Them couldn't use anything. Because everybody have asthma. And everybody have this so-called cancer. And everybody else have herpes. Or then they want to try to do herpes to try with everybody with herpes and call it a death sentence or XYZ. But then realize people still have fucked down the whole place regardless. And everybody have, you name it. 8 body type, 8 different blood type. But every single soul per earth may not do it one time but catch flu. But if you realize still the white people catch less flu than the black people. That's one study where me are going right now. Me not reach another one day yet. When we go into the studies, then we realize why. But you realize them say the finger. What the finger have to do with the machine? And then them show you the roof, say the A pick you up through the roof. Why go through such process? Why such expensive machine? Just to test a body temperature. Craig, no, me mean a reason, man. You know what I mean? Clean. Make a reason clean that. Why such a machine? For somebody with a high fever. High fever, I mean you're sick, you know. High fever mean, oh God, man. We don't know the doctor, but the common sense, man. You know what I mean? It's an indication of a temperature change, you know? It's a clear indication, you know what I mean? So you can't just forward here, drink a cup of tea, do some exercise and you gone. But what do you want? See and talk to me. They can't probably me not so bright. Because me remember me telling us say that's the reason why the people from Guyana, all of them places they can go in Canada without the passport, without no visa for 2 years. It was a test trial. Just like China. Remember China did have people at the airport, a red flag people. I pull them out of the line, so they have high body temperature, everybody carry me in one room. And forcefully joke them. Forcefully. And if they don't want to comply, then put a ban to them blood clot flight. And that them are going to do. This, me can, me say, yo, yo. We see me word I come to pass in less than a year. You see these motherfuckers that do exactly, as I told you guys, in less than a year. Youth. What else me I go say when I go? Alright, watch the style. Watch the style, no coming. The video about 10 minutes long. So no draw one chair. If a boy miss that video, yeah. If a man miss that video, you miss a class. Craig, Orlando. Me never beg enough to share my live yet, but just share that part yeah, to somebody now. And when you reach half of the night, you're going to say play it again. Watch this blood clot. Make me on the reason. Watch this. If this on the bus.
Good evening, everyone. It's Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai. How a very small set of people control 8 billion people. This is what I call the elite. Let's say there's about 10,000 of them. How is it these people are able to manipulate the 8 billion people here? If you talk to a lot of naive people, they think, oh, it's the Rothschilds over here, or it's the aliens. They don't understand it's not any one individual, it's not any one organization. There's something called swarm intelligence. If you watch all those birds flying together, not any one of them is in control. They move together as a unit. They're closely knit. They're quote-unquote telepathic, but they move with a singular goal. The goal of the elites here is power, profit, and control. This is the goal. So if we look at it from a control system, what are the inputs they're sending into this system to achieve their goals? And what is the output that they seek? So if you're an elite over here and you're looking at those 8 billion people, how do you know you're achieving your goal? Are people getting fat, meaning unhealthy? Are people getting dumb, which means ignorant? Are people happy? which means, are they being entertained? Are people divided? Are they isolated, disconnected? They don't want people here connecting with each other. Are people feeling helpless? Are people looking to the elites to save them? And they like that.
That's
They
Jesus.
like when people here are looking to them, the enemy here, for their saviors. They really love that. They want people to be disorganized, and they definitely want people to be helpless. This is what they want. If you do not want to unite among people here and find who your own leaders are from below, they are quite happy. They're achieving their goal: power, profit, and control. Now, how do they do this? You're going to realize it's not any one group. It's an interconnected, tightly knit group. They're
What's a
all
party?
closely interconnected. In fact, they all go to the same restaurants. They have all their kids going to the same equestrian shows. They all shop at the same place. They all go to the same parties. You're not part of that. So who are these people? And what are the institutions of power that they have? Well, first of all, they have academia. Harvard, Oxford, Yale, MIT, IIT in India. The top 100 university presidents. These people are on boards of companies, but it's about 100 people who run the major universities in the world. NGOs, or nonprofits. These are people who run these huge nonprofit organizations like the Clinton Global Initiative, WEF, World Economic Forum, Center for Foreign Relations. And there's many other institutions like these, but it's the CEOs of these institutions. And these guys know each other. They definitely work together. The next thing you have is you have government, U.S. senators, prime ministers of countries, advisors to government, think tanks, the Belfer School at Harvard, the Stanford Internet Observatory. They created the censorship infrastructure. This includes CIA, right? Intelligence organizations. And again, all these people know each other. They're interconnected. They're a swarm. They're tightly knit. They're not divided like these people over here. They're not disconnected. They're highly interconnected. So these people are focused on power. But then you also have a whole nother people, the CEOs of the Global 2000 companies, other big organizations like big pharma companies, Pfizer, big agriculture companies like Syngenta, big investment companies, JP Morgan. You put Deutsche Bank here. You put Epstein down here, okay? He was involved in all this. You also have the Fed, the central banks. All these people party together. When I say party together, I mean literally they party together, guys. Absolute close-knit friends. And in fact, the CEO of a Global 2000 company will easily move to one of the investment companies down here. If you look at Target, big companies like Anheuser-Busch and Exxon, you'll find that at one point they were in one of these investment companies, and these investment companies sit on the board of these companies, and they shuffle back and forth. So this is all about making money, right? These people are about making the dollar. These people are all about power. This is profit. And then fundamentally, you have control. Hollywood over here. This includes celebrities. You have their agents, Hollywood agents, like Ari Emanuel, as I've talked about, who's a guy who controls most of Hollywood. He controls Worldwide Wrestling Federation, the MMA, etc. The media companies. This includes Disney, Viacom. This includes now Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. These are large...
Yo. Pause a little bit, man. Yo, where the body come from? Where this man come from? When, no, where this man, no, this man give me good, this man make my head swell youth. Yo, this man, you still sit down and read Bible? You see mention Jesus 1 minute? You see it? You know, let me show you how the world spin. Let me show you how the world operate. Let me show you how the earth operate. Watch brain. Watch brain. Watch man with 160 IQ. Watch brain, man. Watch brain, man. Blood clot. Come in.
Companies, Google, you can put in there also. You also have big news stations, CNN, Fox. And combined with this, now we have another group, social media influencers. This is like Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, these characters who have come in, but they do not exist without support from these guys.
Yo, no, what do you mean do my live? I'm say if you're bad, put an advertisement to boost your business, your micro business on it, and see if it's gonna work. No, you're gonna have to spend money. But put a fanfare fuck grip on any one of the social media platform and you get 10 million views. Remember, they use you knuckleheads. Yo. Three-quarter we say TikTok is different. TikTok is basically not different. Psychologically, what they did was an overall survey. Make an outburst, say, boy, we're going to ban TikTok and get the amount of people to create an alarm. He said, no, what them do is join forces with TikTok. Buy out a part of TikTok, because at the end of the day, they can only control people through this. In order to chip in the brain, they give the chip in the phone. Create an addiction to social media, then sell you what they want to sell. You, the individual outlooker, like I, a tiny Jamaican with a micro business, can't get an opportunity from these platforms. It makes no sense. Again, these platforms were given to you for free. You never buy it. So they can do anything with you. Ban you, block you, shadow ban you, take away your page any given time. If you're not complying, always remember that. And I've tried it with TikTok 1,000,001 times. Go over there, post anything such as highlights as what's to come in terms of juggling on TikTok, and it gone 20,000 views in less than a minute. Me post Skate City, me post my calendar, me post other shit what would have benefit me and it with a sense of a selling motive, and it gather only 410 views in an hour. It a day of Sophia. Them you sitting on a day of Sophia with none at all. Half of these motherfuckers who sit on social media every day give you time, have them tell you about algorithms and studying patterns and behaviors. It is clearly so. Then find out where you click upon the most, what you like, what you reverse, what you link upon, or delay for more than 2 minutes, and tag that to your name. So now them have a platform when your name pop up, them can show football, wrestling girls in a tight shorts because you lingered, you delayed, you looked at that girl, you liked her, you commented, you corresponded. Half of you motherfuckers have never commented on DJ Kentucky's business. You've never said, yeah, DJ, me like this. You've never said, add more stuff to it. You've never said, DJ, take away this XYZ. The minute you start doing that, the platform goes down. But what you do? My post of flyers you ignored because you not show no naked girl in and talk about ladies and mix up behavior and business you bypass. Give opportunity to these motherfuckers. Remember, there's a owner for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. All you do as a dunce pussy well is make them richer. My algorithm they don't want. Them can't study my algorithm because all me do is use your platform against them. I suggest you do the same. Go back to this bright motherfucker. Let's go. Let's go, DJ. Ready?
Overnight, a bunch of social media influencers have come out of nowhere. And these people are created by these people. So when you look at this, the academics, the NGOs, the government, the think tanks, the investment companies, the Fed, the big pharma, the CEOs, the Hollywood celebrities, media, social media influencers, and the news companies, and you can even take the top 10 of each one of these, they all know each other. Everyone. And in order to manipulate these people, they need front men to manipulate these people with policies. What comes out are policies. These are the inputs they put into the system, propaganda. They feed these people purposely, people who they tell them are going to save them, like the Elon Musks or Trump or the Kennedys. Now, who are the people part of the swarm that does that? They have the obvious establishment. And these people are like the Clintons or the McConnells or the Obamas.
Bobo Clad! Pull up! Pull up! Man, no, him did not go say, listen, I told you Obama is a white man in a black fucking color. Sell out. Pussy. Me set up on social media with black people in America. You don't have a clue what's going down, nigga. This is way bigger than you, knuckleheads, man. Way bigger than you, man. Way. The Jesus will lady saw give 2,000 Bible for is an instrument. The Obama won't bow down in front of. The Trump, who they used, and then Trump start developing own common sense and they had was to move him fast because he realized that Trump, okay, he can't be persuaded. He's a man with a stalking blood clot mind. They might offer him a bribe, but then Trump catch up on himself and realize that I'm already fucking rich. I can say whatever I want. No, move him. Fabricate my election. Put this old bumbuckler knucklehead who makes no sense. Call himself Biden up front. And I told you. All of this was staged. The Jamaica election, the overseas election for this. Come again, my brother, come talk to them. Run it.
Typically people say, oh yeah, those guys are part of the establishment. But one of the things we teach at Truth Freedom Health, the most insidious people are what I call the not so obvious establishment. These are the people that are created to make sure that the 8 billion people look to the elites to save them. Trump, he's got a golden toilet. Mar-a-Lago, Kennedy's, completely bogus family. You can look at historically people like Gandhi or people like MLK. These people all came and were endorsed by the swarm. These people do not exist. They live in Malibu. They live in the places of the elites. And these people are the ones that are used to send the inputs of this controller. In system science, these are the controllers. These are the people people controlling the inputs that go in. And remember, their goal is to make sure people are in the state of division, disconnection, and helplessness, particularly. They're observing all this. They have their sensors, and one of the features that they notice is that as long as people are in dysfunction and diseased mentally, physically, emotionally, they're happy. Well, what are those diseases these days? We see obesity. We see endocrine disruption, men with low testosterone, and people questioning their sexuality. We also see people...
Where the money come from, man? Where this money people? I always want to terminalize things are actually like in that trajectory. But sometimes I know I'm going to the dictionary for draw some of them word there. But the man, dog, I want to for my papa with this. I go to my papa in a but then me papa when go India no time. I want to pussy well and go India. Not me not back to me.
Cancer. The world's population's life expectancy is going down. The United States is going this way. This from
Did he just say cancer? Hold on, pull up. Pull up.
Diseases these days. We see obesity. We see endocrine disruption, men with low testosterone, and people questioning their sexuality. We also see people with cancer. The world's population's life expectancy is going down. The United States is going this way. This from 1980 to 2020. They like this. This is life expectancy. In fact, when they see dysfunction, you know what they do? They put another input in, which is normalize the dysfunction. Eat sugars and high fructose food. Well, over here, people have been literally getting fat. It's like...
You. That's why true COVID time, man. Yo, people. As me tell you, they create normality out of things when I make no sense that are not healthy. If you notice the billboards where they have the transgenderism and the very blah blah, follow Wendy's, KFC, Pizza, Domino's, XYZ. They're normalizing. If this man is not a fucking, and he's not even a prophet, it is somebody who is not spending all them days on social media. That's why I watch a girl jiggling backside. But studying like I am doing right now. Study the fuck. I tell you, I'll challenge the Prime Minister and the whole bumbuckler PNP and Labour at one time. Let's get a TV room right now and I'll challenge them in a debate right now. The amount of information this motherfucking thing I hold, I will put them to shame in 1 second. Back to this. Back to it again.
Obesity, where they've been putting in foods that are affecting people's gut microbiome. This is what I call from policy to biology. People are getting worse and worse. They're actually making more money because the obesity now creates obesity drugs.
Now you see the reason why Jamaica is now building 8 new hospitals. Now if you have a country that you're actually promoting healthy lifestyle and healthy living, you need hospital. You're going to need workplaces, you're going to need XYZ, you're going to need resort, not in resorts. You're going to need stuff for them though. But if you're expecting a bunch of sick people, then go ahead. Spanish Town now is going to host a 10-story Buckland hospital. This one is going to be the only English-speaking hospital capable of doing why can't do Calvary Regional Hospital. Plus, 13 more right across the country hospitals, not factories, not workplaces. Not places selling natural fruits, natural fruit drinks without sugar, natural hospitals. Go on Tufton's page, click down to the video 8, where he's in front of the Corner Regional Hospital. He's going to give you the layout of the amount of hospitals and the billions of dollars that is deposited into it. Throughout the so-called COVID, them couldn't find bed, but now that this, they get rid of it, and this, the man I tell you, they're promoting unhealthy lifestyle. Depopulation is a must. And these hospitals are not here to save nobody's life. Remember, half the people throughout this last year gone through the hospital never come out. Man going with minor illness and dead. Back to me juggling. Run it.
The endocrine disruptors, let's talk about this. This will really explain what's going on with Bud Light. About 20 years ago, there was research done at the universities that clearly showed the use of restricted use pesticides like atrazine and other chemicals in the atmosphere actually cause endocrine disruption, which could reduce male testosterone, which could also affect mammals where the sex organs can change. And this was done by the work of Tyrone Hayes. So if you're over here at a university and you find out one of your researchers discovered that, and you are playing golf with people over here at St. Syngenta. Syngenta is the one who produced atrazine. They're going to say, hey, man, we don't want this research coming out, because you have to understand something. The investment community here is investing in all of these companies. So if you're one of these large investment companies, you're moving trillions of dollars. $600 trillion, by the way, move through the economy every day. You, as one of the managers of money, you're moving all this money. You know all of these people. You know the CEO of Target. You know the CEO of Anheuser-Busch. You know the CEO of Pfizer and Syngenta. And imagine that you see, wow, the stuff that we've been creating is causing sexual disruption changes. You're seeing a phenomenon where more and more people are questioning their sexuality. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that the general public doesn't understand this, because if they did, they would awaken to something that's going on from the decisions you made. So you call up your friend, Bud Light, he goes, hey, look, let's run a campaign. Let's normalize trans. Let's exploit a willing person to be exploited, like this Dylan Mulvaney. Let's put them on as a poster boy for Bud Light, and let's push them out there, because we want the attention to normalize a dysfunction. Because the goal is to make sure they don't lose their trillions over in Syngenta. They're willing to take $1 billion hit over here, but they want to save their trillions in Big Pharma and Big Ag, because they're all part of the same family. They all do favors for each other. And then again, you would go do it at Target. You try to normalize it, because you don't want people over here to understand the bigger picture. But you are interconnected. You could strike deals left and right. Let's do a marketing campaign in here. Let's normalize. Same thing if you can look at what's going on in obesity. All these pharma companies are making big money from obesity drugs, but there's movies on Netflix and Amazon promoting fat people as a norm. What's happening over here, you have people who are pro-fat and people who are anti-fat people. You have people pro-woke and anti-woke, and they don't care. So you have a bunch of these idiots writing books against woke companies and anti-woke companies. You have people creating apps, only shop at anti-woke companies, don't go to woke companies. But you guys understand that these guys don't give a damn? They're making money support anyway.
Yo! The only thing you can do, the only thing that can save Earth, and this is, what this brother come to promise people about Jesus, man. Brother, this bigger than any Jesus put together. Any. As me say, I can show you again and show you the makers of the Bible, man, the little white man who wrote the Bible. This is way out of the league. These people are playing gods. There's no turning back if you don't. If people don't get up off of them blood clot knee and rise like a Titanic. There's no coming back. And them create this as a norm, so you guys stay quiet until them finish all of that. When they put all of this in place, you will be a fucking slave. Slave. Half of you motherfuckers been praying for 22, 42, 52 years ago, and nothing changes. Everything gets worse. Motherfucker, time to wake up. Wake up. In the early 90s, them bring the Bible, come give people in the Caribbean for free. Ask yourself why. Back to the story. Back to this blood clot.
Investment bankers are going to make money from woke companies and anti-woke companies. But what's occurring here is people are being divided. These guys are happy because they're inputting policies and propaganda. People here are being divided, and that is the goal, to achieve power, profit, control. So as long as these people work together as a swarm to control the policies and the propaganda, and they provide false heroes, and they're using the Trumps and Kennedys and Gaudis, all of them who talk a big game, their goal is to make sure that you never understand this, that you keep thinking, oh, Kennedy's going to solve the problem. Trump is going to solve the problem. They don't want you to be leaders in your own communities. They want you to outsource your future to people like Trump or Kennedy, because they're part of the swarm. And you keep getting more unhealthy, more ignorant, more entertained. But most importantly, you are divided.
Boom! Boom! The only thing that make this thing exist, all these elites, is the division. The division. The people that quick for challenge if I tell you, say, watch that something here. Watch this. The people that quick for tell you this. The people that quick for see this, you know. Watch out. The people that quick for see this. Jamaicans urge to go cashless. You know this start. Look, you know, I'm gonna read that, you know. I'm gonna read that. I'm like, what is urge? And sometimes I can break it down in the tiniest sense. Use your dictionary and Google the word urge. Urgent. Immediately. No. No. if you're going to use all of those words in reference to a cashless society, why is it that smart people over here debating with me, saying that the only reason why the government should and they agree with the government for using billions of dollars to create a dollar, which is the same value of the dollar that is inexistent, is because of durability? Now, Google the word durability. It means anything with a longer duration, a longer time span, lengthier time. Let me go back to the first thing I'm going to say. If you're urging people to go cashless now, why make a dollar with a longer time? Try to fuse that together for me. Try fuse. If you're trying to get rid of a dollar to go cashless now, why create a dollar that won't vanish now with the sense of durability? Let me dash you that bomb back phone. Hold on. If you're saying the dollar now is made from plastic and it will serve you 20 more years, then why are you urging? Let me wait, hold on. Why are you urging people? Let me zoom. Why are you urging people to go cash? And it's not even after tough. It's not even just by writing. It's hold on. It's not even by writing. Hold on, let me go down. Hold on. It's not even by writing, but hold on.
With machines. I don't want it to be a scary thought to disappear from the banking system very soon. That is going to disappear from the banking exchanging cash and so that is going to disappear from the banking system very soon.
Say it again.
Exchanging cash and so that is going to disappear from the banking system very soon. Exchanging cash and so that is going to disappear from the banking system very soon.
Somebody use a dictionary and Google the words very soon. Very soon. Now, if it's going to disappear from the banking system very soon, yo, blood clot, one set of people can't say dunce and dumb youth. We can't live in our country where people say dunce youth. Can't youth. If it's going to disappear from the banking system soon, why are you creating it so it lasts a longer time? Motherfucker. These questions are not being asked by these elites, by the PNP, by even the police and the soldiers, like bring the Prime Minister, I'm the Prime Minister, but that not mean a bomb buckler sense. No! All these motherfuckers see a Kentucky who are chat shit. Fuck cream and chat, but doubt. It can't be me talking shit, nigga. Fucking dunce, but it can't be. Look at your Prime Minister. Say it again, motherfucker.
You are going to have to interface with machines.
And I'll say no more. If you're going to interface with machine that don't house a dollar, why you making a new dollar again? Alright, let me tell you now how easy it is. The new money is a circulator. The new money, let me say it in continuous tense, will be circulating. It will be in circulation. It won't be absorbed or accepted by none of these machines. No slot machine, no poker box, no ATMs. In other words, the ATMs will give you the new money and gallop the old money. Now once the old money is out of place, out of hand, the new money now developed a problem. If we now read news from other diaspora, such as parts of Africa, who are now being, gas stations being burned, banks are now being stoned, it's part of India, all of them, who accepted the new money. You will know slowly but surely it is now Jamaica's turn. So now there's a sign at the Fairview NCB, there's a big paper sign out there that the ATMs will not accept the new money. Ask yourself why. The new money is only here to move the old money out of the way. And the only way to do that is to have you yourself do it. So all the individuals with 200,000-300,000 a year, them create a scare tactic. You feel like you want to put your money in the bank before it you have no use to you know such fucking thing. The machine is only here to collect the old money, not the new money. So half I want to talk. But yeah, you know, say, I got the ATM and you not taking new money. I'm like, don't spot. Why would it take the new money? The new money is not even a money. It was only created as an illusion to remove the old ones. Now, give me the old money, please. The Prime Minister shout. Let me talk like I'm at school, storybook. Give me the old money, please. The wolves shout. And I'll give you in exchange my new money. And you're going to ask as a dumb wolf, is it of the same value? Yes. So why am I exchanging my money? Oh, well, it's stronger. I'm going to ask you again, is it of a higher value? Because that's only money. That's the only thing money worth to me. The value. The durability matters not, because I keep no money in my position for more than a minute. And again, if I'm going to keep my money for more than a minute, more than a day, more than a year, why you urge me to go to the banks with my money? If I'm going to the bank with my money, half the time I don't hold the money. So I won't have time to test the durability of the money. So why? Is it of a higher value? Let me ask you again, no. So why am I giving you my $100 bill for your own with, we look like the Batman them color, with my one? Are you trying to call me a gay? Because that's the only thing the new money is for right now, motherfucker. Oh, well, it's smaller, easier to hold in your wallet. It's not made of a plastic with a chip in it. Which we've got to just play around with this whole digitalization, which actually creates a hazardous, stagnant atmosphere, which the temperature of most of these cities with the high grids part, which is partaking in this new money, will be a higher temperature. And you ask why? Now that the new money is in circulation, all the towers will be activated, because we need to track and trace every dollar from point A to point B. Now everything is interconnected and you don't even see. Like, why is it that the temperature in Jamaica or in Kingston will be the second hottest in all of the cities in the world? Because Jamaica is the test site. Hence the reason why us Jamaicans weren't granted privilege to go into Canada. Because if half of the test dummies in Jamaica move out to Canada, then you won't have an experiment. Because half of Jamaica are not vaccinated. So the experiment will be dubbed futile, because it only works with people with this. Alright, back to it. So now that the people with this is activated through the same towers, now with the digital money, the cashless, driverless bus, XYZ, blah, 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 Hasep Kofat asks me how radiation travel is traveled through molecules. It is not by no magic air, water molecules. No, the body operates fine with both of those. You're hydrated with both those. Now, if you substitute all of that for radiation, you're going to have a microwave oven at the size of Jamaica. How hard is that for you to believe? You don't have to believe, because believe is indecisiveness. Believe is when you don't know. Go and read. Go and fucking read. As a matter of fact, do it at a lower level. You don't have to go to the level where me there. Just Google how a microwave oven operates. And then you will realize what this motherfucker is doing. Broga don't even have a clue what he's doing to Jamaica. All him can see is the offers. Him can't see what 16 to 18 gigahertz of radiation will do to these people, these children who are sick in every 2 seconds. But again, as the video states, you're normalizing sickness. They're normalizing people dying at 42 as basically the norm. Somebody say, R.I.P. to me uncle boy, me can't believe me type is R.I.P. Motherfuckers, wake the fuck up. Now if you realize how microwave oven work, you put the food in there, All the radiation does is excites the molecule and warm the food. It's the same blood clot thing where it pop out. With the back and forth of these radiation, from towers to money to XYZ to blah blah blah, we the people who is the food in it will be as hot as a motherfucker. So you realize breeze are blow, but yet the time is, it's not even humid. It's hot. It is not norm. It is not the work of Jesus. It is not nature. It is not, motherfucker. Remember, they told you this 2 years ago. It is not. Oh boy, I see this coming from forecast. Normally people gonna read the weather from a mile. Based on the fact that humid temperature get out a particular point where machine can pick this up. The earth not that big. It would have circulated, rotated, it would have reached a long time. But the mere fact that a man can predict without even a graphic feature for showing up on TV that Kingston City. Someone will probably just come and say, let me find this shit. Because I don't want to feel like we're making up stories, you know. Bumbucklat. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm making up stories, man. You guys just need to fucking wake up. And if the earth should burn down, let's go. You know what I mean? But as me can tell you now, it is not going to be pretty. Between now and December, you motherfuckers will be calling my phone like DJ. And someone who's so fucking dunce and full of ego, you won't. You would just sit down and, you know, him did not talk the truth, but fuck it. Who cares? Jesus will guide me through. Kingston on the verge of climate departure, Johnson Smith said.
12 o'clock.
Saying, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trades, Kamina Johnson Smith, who is warning that the city of Kingston is on the verge of climate departure. And again, people, is something that will become the what? Yep, the second city in the world to experience this dangerous phenomenon. The second city in the world. Ask yourself why. You know how big this world is? You know how many hot places? Have you ever gone to Arizona? Anyone have ever gone to Arizona? Dave Jacket big up. I mean, I don't fly all over the place. I don't fly, but I've gone to places half of you guys haven't gone to. I've gone to Arizona, I've gone to Texas, I've gone to Kansas City, I've gone to, I mean, I talk about hot places. I've gone to Phoenix, Seattle, I've gone to, but why Jamaica now the second hottest city in the fucking world in a few months? You guys don't believe? So we don't have to pick them swimming in a almost 12 gigahertz of radiation already? You don't believe that shit? Don't believe, because believe is indecisiveness. Read. This Prime Minister and the PNP don't love nobody, boy. Them get the offer and them just work with it. Well, I remember in the COVID, them showing one short video when everybody saw like them a twin. I was wondering what was going on. But then, look at this. The end of it, take a good look.
While Justin Trudeau makes a compelling case study, he is not the only dictator on the rise. Under the new rules provided by the COVID-19 emergency, many other elected leaders were empowered to show their true colors. Interesting how they all marched in perfect lockstep while chanting the same slogans.
This pandemic has provided an opportunity.
Here we are now with an economy in crisis, but with an incredible opportunity.
It's certainly a major crisis, but it also offers us a unique opportunity. Unprecedented opportunity to rethink and reset.
The great opportunity for reset.
Opportunity for us to reset.
Take this opportunity
For a reset. It's almost as if they all attended the same school of thought and studied under the same professor.
Yo, a man said DJ, they won't kill you. You have to time to start murder them blood clot. No, look at this. No, look how serious this be. Remember when Andrew come out and him, I mean, I said, oh, Andrew sound like a Justin, sir. But then me see two of them a shake hand. Did you know that Jamaica is now a small Canada? Jamaica is now a small Canada. So people, you don't have to go to Canada. Welcome to Canada itself. Shudo and Andrew is twin. Now again, let me say this. It is simple mathematics. People, I have an IQ of 145, if not 150, because I've been training like a motherfucker. So I am not pumping my own chest. I have not. No, listen. If it spells through the music, if you can say I'm the #1 DJ in Jamaica, I can be the #1 at anything. Because my IQ allows me to do that. So, here we go. The only reason Canada can allow half of the Caribbean, which doesn't include Jamaica in it, because Jamaica itself is a small Canada. Alright? It is simple as ABC. Right? I should talk in there we go. And the only reason we could, I want to give a shout out to the posse in line. Let me talk a little more like the Asian posse. Listen, the only reason they would accept most of you guys in Canada is because most of the people from the Caribbean country is fully vaccinated. And Jamaica now is playing a part of the Canada regime style. So most of the folks from Barbados, and the folks from Guyana, and the folks from over there in Trinidad and those places, yes, they are not allowed to go to Canada without a visa for 2 years because they are part of the test trial. Yes, they are part of the test trial. So now they can create machines that actually tell that your temperature is a little bit higher than the rest, and they're going to take you out the line, which is a sign of the red flag, and then they're going to tell you something that you've never heard before. And it's not something normal for somebody with a normal temperature. It's not normal. This machine, no, it says once you have a high temperature, then you're sick, you're not eligible to travel. Motherfucker, let me play about this video again. Them boy bad like way. Oh, them for half bad like way that. The enjoy if you never know watch it in a traveling. I'm going to pull you out of the line if you're not vaccinated.
Nurse Beckford and Nurse Cahoon, and she's explaining, which a lot of people don't understand, how it is that you can pull people out of the line and ask them questions. There is actually a temperature control that monitors temperature, which triggers an inquiry. Tell us about it. Come close and capture it right here. Okay.
As the passengers traverse the finger, call it the finger.
It's called a finger. It's called a finger. Ladies, don't get horny when you're going to the airport. And it's not that type of finger. No. It's called a finger, right? So when you're going to the airport, you're gonna get the finger. F there, but pulling me out of the line and type out about that finger. What bad word cost? No, it's called a finger. Let's go back to the
sensor, which is located in the roof of the hall right there. It captures their temperature. So whenever there's an increase in temperature, it reflects on the machine, the monitor right here, and then we're able to pull such persons from the line.
For what?
To further do
Hold on. So if somebody's developing a higher temperature, danger. Remember, if you have a sneeze or a cough, I want to go. I remember people they only can use that, and they use the airport because the airport is the only pathway. Is the only pathway for people who experience temperature changes. So see a man a forward from all the way down to Alaska. From the plane reach anywhere out of sea there, so where the atmosphere changes, you're going to develop hay fever. Them not say cold, high temperature. Because that's what the body do. That's how the body live. That's how the body operates. When it's not used to certain, when the immune system is not used to certain environment or certain XYZ, you get confused. But them only are going to use that now if you tell you, say the finger, the finger, now work. You see me? That's it reach. See? And that's it reach. So, again, back to the story.
So you hear that? There's a sensor in the roof. You come off the plane, you walk through the passageway.
the hall right there, it captures their temperature. So whenever there's an increase in temperature, it reflects on the machine, the monitor right here, and then we're able to pull such persons from the line to further do our investigation.
So you hear that? There's a sensor in the roof. You come off the plane, you walk through the passageway, and if you look, you'll see that it's picking up the temperature. If someone has an elevated temperature, they know who that person is and they pull them out. So sometimes you see people being pulled out, it's not random, although they could be random. It's really about the monitoring of them. And you see an airline coming off now and a lot of people coming through. We won't take their picture, but that's it for now. That's what Port Health does. They're hardworking people, okay? So big
What the reason me there? Yo, me play that video about 10 million times because I try to get. If you have Sasha, reason me, danger, I could reason now. If you have got to the airport and you have a high temperature and then pull it over. Me curious to know what they want. Camille, no laugh, man. Don't laugh too much, man. Me curious to know what they Craig, me curious to know that what them gonna do if you have a high temperature. People know say they would want to pull over a boil, look at me, I left me a boil. Yo, if me not feel say they don't pull me over. I left me a boil, I left me a 3 million. Imagine me I come back on my blood clot yard. And me have a high temperature, they must tell me, say, sir. And basically me can tell you what they must say. Sir, the temperature that you're carrying states clearly that you have a sign of COVID. And you know, so me go play along with them. I go say, oh shit, John, I catch COVID. And you know, so my mother catch it and my auntie. I know, so me did not catch it, you know. Yeah. And I just wait until me hear them say, oh, you're going to have to take 2 doses of XYZ, blah, blah, hostage. And then my daughter say, oh, sit down and say, 2 sit down and say, let me chat to you. All right, 3 on. As a matter of fact, you hold on in a room, sit down and say, me ask you a question. No, sit down. Now, from the year I say that, they more pick up my voice and they more recognize the face. Cause can I tell you that the whole of Jamaica know this face? Yo, I drive yesterday go St. Elizabeth and every fucking individual who me stop to talk to, either watch me live or hear about me live. All of the police station them and the police officers they book from where I tell me say, boy, DJ, you know, say, you log on on the live body and I watch your thing, man. Yo. I saw a policeman the other day, me think I'm Alice man in with me no, at the party, at the seafood jerk fest. Me and Pops go over there, I go to the bar for buy a drink. And I see this man I look at me with a scan him. Or something, I say, well, you know, this is a pussy, this is a look at man, so I don't make sure I go to the closer side to the bar we're in there. Until me hear the man say, yo, me just watch when you're live, you know, dog. The one where the man could have tell me the name of it, everything, what kind of clothes me that man. Go and beat them, see away, man, wicked. I said, then, buddy, some there. Then, buddy, you have to tough up your face to tell me something good. But then you kind of realize the type of person maybe. You can't just come to me and smile. Whereas when you have to introduce those topics to me, you have to make them know it's a serious thing. And that me tell people every day. Once you're going to talk to me about certain things, right, you have to talk to me serious. Because people, this is no joke. What I go on in Jamaica and what's to come is no joke. None. The radiation where the people them are swimming right now, everybody's getting sick in less than 5 minutes. Flu every minute, flu every second. And then most of these people are so scared, them still have on the mask. It's not them scared, most of them are humiliated, most of them are embarrassed. Most of them don't want to take care of them face immediately say, oh, Kentucky did it right. So them still hold it on them place because them still log on to them TV. The television is the only sense of information them have. Them can't think out of the box. They can't just look what I do and tell what time it is. They can't. Cannot. People, half the time when these motherfuckers challenge and social media, they either were personally sent because social media now can send your life to an individual who them knows to have a grudge against you. Seen, they won't even send because half of the people who attacks you or the feed pop up on my page randomly because my friends share it. No. You don't have a thing with the name algorithm, blah blah blah. Them know how to set, and let me tell you, it's always the only way them can have with not fighting against or fighting them is have us not united. So the social media is powerful enough to send my life to one of my greatest enemy who don't like me. And they will start debate. The most you do is don't even argue. And don't stop post where you post and don't. As a matter of fact, you know you don't have to argue. One suck your mama and you're good to go. Social media will want to take a mark or a point because they don't expect you to retaliate. Them not punish the troublemaker. Because remember this, you cannot have provocation without you being provoked. Simple as ABC. What social media will do now is summon you or say, oh, you're not supposed to use the word XYZ. Now, I said this to social media. If you're going to use social media, honest. Don't allow one to provoke the other. It don't really matter in a what sense. It don't really matter in a XYZ. We have to agree if you disagree. We don't. 3/4 of the time we don't. You have, I wouldn't say illiterate. Because you can't create literacy to things that you don't know. And I hate for him use a term that I say dunce. I can't say illiterate. Half the time I can't say illiterate people. How the fuck can I say this someone is computer illiterate when you don't have a computer in front of you? You know what I mean? Simple. You can't say one is computer illiterate because he have a computer. You can't say a man is English illiterate because he wasn't taught English. How me gonna say that? How you gonna say a man is mathematically illiterate? Why you gonna say overall a man is illiterate? Me just call them dunce. And I'll say dunce because 3/4 of them have the capability to learn but don't want to. They're not a leader, they're a follower. And no matter what you tell some of them, it won't change. Without me a shower, man, how the fuck do you, man? My Prime Minister never rang that. He all do fucking keep up last week, man. Good. Pass me green truck, give me that. How do you, man? Where you go do? Where you go to fight him? Give me green truck, making along going business. Same thing for the PNP. Same thing with the Christian. My Jesus never leave my side. My Jesus. You don't know powerful by Jesus be, man. Yep, but sir, 22 babies just died up at children's hospital this morning. Well, the Bible would say. Give me Bible. Give him his Bible. Give him the Bible. Because since the Bible is okay for people to die because it did say, then give it to him. The Bible is saying that the last days, man heart are going to get wicked. Picnic are going to dead, accident or go on, famine and them thing. So because the Bible said it should happen. Yeah, you know what you mean? The Bible said so it have to happen. And you love that. You love the Bible they will kill off people. And allow people to be dead even though it's powerful they be. You know we can't say nothing but you know it have to happen. Because he said before one of his words pass away, heaven and earth will. It never said won't. There's a big difference. It never said heaven and earth won't pass away. And you should even come to the conclusion of making that statement before one of his words passed away. You're supposed to say his word will never pass the blood cloud. So heaven and earth will. So there's an uncertainty of the passing of the earth. But again, who am I to say? The Bible was written by Charles T. Russell and a few other white men way before slavery. Remember, the Bible couldn't have done it toward the time of slavery. Couldn't have done. They couldn't taught us to read then, because then they would have fucked up the whole purpose of trying to actually slave us. I remember Jesus couldn't intervene in the 500 years of slavery. The 500 years that we get whipped and wife or rape. You know what I mean? And buckram man we then call fuck man in the ass in front of them picnic just to belittle them. All type of sitting back then for 500 fucking years. But as soon as couple of the slaves them like myself to say, yo, I'm going to chop up a couple of them blood clot, they patanana out of the blues comes the Bible. Thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. And I'll play this again. Thou shalt not.
And the laws that govern the cosmos, which is simplicity and compassion. John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Your church denomination is a false religion. John Smith created the Baptist religion in 1608.
Yep.
Charles Parham created the Pentecostal religion in 1901.
Yep.
Joseph Smith created the Mormons religion in 1830.
Yep.
Charles T. Russell created the Jehovah Witness religion in 1872.
Yep.
William Miller created the Seventh-day Adventist religion in 1863. They are all man-made religions. Acts chapter 5, verse 29. We are to obey God rather than man. Ask yourself this question. How is it that in our neighborhoods, there can be 4 churches on one block? In 20 years, nothing in the area gets better.
Well, me ask you that. You might ask you too dainty. Jamaica have the most church per square mile. And why is it ranked the third in the Caribbean? In criminal activity again. From the governments to the ghetto. So what with them church? The church in our work. You have streets in Jamaica, we have 5 to 6 churches. And people have to migrate just to get a job. What going with them church? Not work. You have people who spend them hard 6, 7 days a week in an upstairs building downtown a short Jesus. Still can't get a job. Still the cashless society is being introduced. Still your job is being replaced. They're on the line right now to be extinct. But go on with the church again. Baby, I get throat a car with throat slash and tell me. But in the last days, mankind heart I got blood clot hard and go suck your mouth with that. In the first days, people used to fight in battalions. England used to fight against France. In a one day, 30,000 people dead. I mean, I talk about no gunshot. You talk about chop off head, stab in a throat, stab in a back. These last days, where you talk about last, not now go on. And the reason why most of these things are happening, because the individual who's supposed to protect it from happening, strive or thrives from this. Now you tell me which entity in Jamaica don't survive from crime or criminality. Because crime is only ghetto people themselves. Ghetto people. Remember, when last is a rich man being prosecuted? When last is in they come carry none of them police in front of the TV station and summon them? When last you see? Let me talk some things. When last see anyone a politician them going to jail? The money missing, the money for theft. But there's a bank tell them move 50 grand, we can't buy nothing but car tire. She's on the newspaper. I'm to the light bulb saga, I'm to the this, I'm to the XYZ, I'm to the 100 million blood clot dollar that went to England in a 08. It's so Jamaica within the money they gone. How nobody no gone in front of X. But no, but criminality is in the garrison. Criminality are you to the tattoo and your pants backside. Alright. Since I don't scale it down to pussy. Give me no reason. And these selfish motherfuckers are the Christians who ready to point fingers out there up on the dirty youth them. That's what them call them, the dirty youth them. And while the people them clogged in a jacket and tie is the saints. No motherfucker, watch this. Name me one entity in Jamaica when not thrive or make billions of dollars through criminality. Now if half of these motherfuckers who you call dead men now go to the mark, they'll have to run bankrupt. If they'll have to wait an old age, 85, 90, 300 years old, they won't make a cent. If the policeman should have wait until JPS to go lock up to you, them not have a job. If the lawyer should have wait for only quarries and land to create a case, them not make job, no money. If the judge only knock or what you call the boom on the desk, the car ticket, them not make money. And car ticket is a sense of criminality too again. It's that people who disobey. You know why I go further than this bomb buckler? The pastor will get a body for church, will tell lie over your body, say, oh, I'll see you on the other side. When they said that is the separation of all marriage. You're going to a place where you see new people, new faces, new XYZ, so everything on earth will be left behind, including your loved ones. Why you tell me, I'll see you on the other side? Motherfucker. Everything thrive. So the pastor benefit from the lawyer, the police, the morgue, the nurses at the hospital. Because again, if it was up to old age, you would have a longer duration time span for death. These businesses that are booming would have gone bankruptcy. So telling us Jamaica you're trying to curb crime or solve criminality will never happen, even if you pray to 100 Jesus. Remember that. Get that in your head. Name the entities in the world that thrive through good. Facebook can only showcase a lie in order to get 3 million views. A man who speaks the truth as a DJ Kentucky would have only 64 out of 7,000, out of 4 million people in Jamaica, out of the name of the most popular DJ in the country. So now you're monitored. tell what to do, show what XYZ. Half the things in the world thrive through lie, criminal behavior. Digicel are one of the richest entities in Jamaica through criminality. Put on a card on your phone. To activate a plan, it takes only 2 press of a button. Boom boom star 14 bam bam and the option come up. Press 1 or 2 for the 3-day plan. You press 2 and then 1 to activate. Anybody know the process to deactivate? If you have a 20 grand phone card by him. Now the deactivation is a process. But to reactivate automatically is no process. Even if you never give permission. So say automatically, say manually. Say you may use one 3-day plan. Alright, put him in boom. After that 3 day, if you forgot, or even if you do what you have to do with the 2-day plan and just put on your phone, it automatically take your money. This is where the banks are going. This is where the insurance companies are going. Everywhere I go right this. Digicel is just a sensitization. So now to deactivate, you're gonna have to press 1. You got to go in it, press 2 to go on next page. Then you have to press star to enable. Then you're gonna have to go to the back. You press about 10 buttons. The deactivation is the last option on the Digicel. Nobody never paid that no mind. Nobody ever say DJ, but you're fucking right. So if you're not smart enough to realize how these motherfuckers manipulate, scam. JPS first started it with estimated bill, algorithms, patterns, normality. So what them do is tell us, alright, every week them put your bill at 3,002. It no matter if you spend less, and members you hardly spend high. Because the encouragement from these entities or at all times, use a white bulb, use that turn off light, close windows, XYZ, so you can serve, but yet you still get the same bill. Every week you get 3,005. Every week you get 3,005. Boom, badam, badam. Chikim, pitim, chikim, titim. So tell what happened? He develop a rhythm. Tim, tim, titim, kitikim, titim. So the drum is now playing automatically and you don't have to go to the store anymore. You don't have to check your bill anymore. So now you're constantly, how much your bill? You have to ask your auntie, 3,005, that comes every week, 3,005. So now it's called estimated. So even though you can serve and it got down to 2,005 because you're already in the rhythm after 3,005. JPS don't even worry about people stealing light anymore. Because them have a whole orchestra now, a whole band of people playing the same rhythm from the hotels to the people in the community. Alright, so $500,000 for me bill every week. Come. And they're fucking rich. Go down there with details now and ask them like, alright, chief. Now that me plug out the fan, turn off half of the sitting there, the people them down, all the hog pennies have the old bulb in and take me change the bulb now, fuck it now, my bill supposed to go on and say, boops. Have a seat, sir, we'll be with you in a minute. You drop asleep, wake up, bathe, eat, sit down there and nobody not attend to you yet. Why? Because it's easier to dish out a truth than formulate a lie. So they might be going, like, sir, you know that's something, we're going to send a technician to check on your bill. And you're like, because you either have a broke wire or something out there, or a corroded lamp, or the meter is leaking water, or probably when Santa Claus did go down to your meter, something not right. We're going to check it out for you. And what they do is create more problem in those places. Like JPS, okay, you monitor the whole Jamaica with light, you provide light for everybody, you know. So why have one line when we reach down there? Like, dude, 4 million people with one line, like that makes sense. That, Sean, you know, me, I gotta be able to pay me light bill. But just in case rain come down, take up a sheet then for me. Lord Jesus. Go for class, go pick up Chucksy. When night come down, it turn on the lamp. And if me not come back too much by tonight, then tomorrow morning, you got open back. So what them do is create a sense of frustration now, say. You tell me now go down on that bomb buck lot here, man. I rather just do it online and pay the regular estimated bill. I can't bother. Do the inquiry. And them win. Win. And the government realize, alright, we have a bunch of knuckleheads in the country who won't even quarry nothing. Just like a police pull you over. And I say, Chief, alright, you pull over the car to make your orange room with black XYZ. I would have done a random check, you know. And we want to do a search of your car, get out of the vehicle. Let me say, Mike, sir, car, you have a warrant for that? Sir, what do you mean if we have a warrant? Yo, listen, we can do it. And the act XYZ, blah, blah, blah. It states clearly. And we don't need an act for that. If you're going to do a random stop, then to me, you have to stop everybody. Because if this vehicle you have to stop is not affiliated with any criminal activity over there, so where I come from, and it was described by any individual, you're not supposed to pull me over. You can't pull me over. You can't search me here. That's harassment. So unless me match the description of something over this, and it better make sense, it better be legitimate, it better you can show me on your phone, it better be not out of grudge or spite. You know like that boy and I would have pussy. I went come, go on. And when you're gone and they behind the back of whisper, you man, Indian Kentucky man, pussy will hype. I saw him go on, man. No, I'm not hype. Just common sense. Just common fucking sense, dude. But then the government in the country erase all common sense and give them the SOE, you know, the privilege to say, alright, we on the SOE. Come out here, can lean up, kick on your foot, them XYZ. But again, 4 million people are slaves. Because if you know that you're XYZ and a man do that kick on your foot, you suppose you can get a right hand in a blood clot face. And him pull out him gun and you pull out for your toe. Simple as ABC. Simple. Because what makes you a nigga in a uniform less a criminal than me, who's not in a uniform. So true because you not get your foot kick where everybody you feel like if you do that it's to everybody out the road. Well, probably just me. Probably just me with them, you know. Probably just me, dog. Probably just me. But again, people, before me cut, it's gone over my time. 3/4 way, we're okay to too much things where it's up to obvious. Again, people, let me say this. The new money is not here to save my life. You know what I mean? The new money is not here to better my economy because it don't carry a better value. And this durability of them talk about you make out of plastic lie, it's more easier to tear than the paper money. Way more easier to tear. See, as again, it is only here to bounce the old money out of circulation so they can come up with faults. Because again, the ATMs won't accept it. If you notice, Jamaica is in this addictive mood now of gambling. The poker boxes them now gonna take it here. And it's not even about the poker boxes. Half of these poker boxes operate without legitimacy. So why the government are trying to clamp down on hustling? That is how digitalization or this cashless are coming. Because any trade, remember barter used to be good for service, blah blah, hearted comfort. Now every exchange you make, if you buy a 10 pound of herb from that guy up so say boy you're gonna sell it, and the government will know. Because then the money that you used to pay the herb man will be from the bank. And the herb man we are going to actually receive the money is through the bank. So now the transaction of an extra $50,000 bill of a nigga who have a 95 who only earns $25,000 a week is kind of obvious. Let's call him in for audit. Sir, I've seen here where you had $500,000 to your account yesterday at 6 o'clock. Can you explain to us how the possibilities are? Okay. Well, you know, so yesterday I just class me and I say my prayers and Jesus. And I the only play time you're going to say Jesus now. If Jesus give me $500,000. Well, sir, we're going to have to take this $500,000 until I can come up with solidified evidence and proof that you accumulated this money legitimately. Then we will release your money. And that note, sir, have a good day. I said that to a labor right man, I see on my TikTok yesterday. And him disappear instantly. Well, we live in a world where half of the people pay tax and half of the better. You live in a world where nobody now got no half and half now got about. Cashless no mean no half and half. Cashless mean you're gonna be talking to a machine who's programmed directly for to a yes or a no. It's simple as ABC. Oh, did you work for this money? No. All right, we'll take you back. Yes. So, you can't explain. No compassion. I got in it. Like, you got to reason the police officer, judge, I do. I'm a local weed farm upside dams. Every night, I struggle. Borrow a piece of money from my auntie, buy some fertilizer. Care water from how much blood clot mile. Because I know we don't know water up the far away and my weed come to perfection. I tell me, say, government, I tell me, to take half of this care from me. How many need help, me not see. But, sir, people going to have to pay taxes. The country must be developed through tax. But then the Rastaman, I remember to ask him, say, yo, madam, explain to me what is general consumption tax. And let's break it down. The general means the public don't. Consumption is what the government consume. And the tax is what the individual pay out to the government. And where does this GCT, or how does it apply again? It is on every product, every transaction, every XYZ that is made. Really? Say me win a lot one take and get to the government get GC? Yes. And if the lady to buy a feminine napkin in the supermarket, it carries a GCT. So we're saying that to say this. We have 4 to 5 million people in Jamaica, which if 5 million people spend $8 on GCT every day. Nothing every day, a second, that's $5 million a second. Now, say the average household, we spend 10 grand. Just $10,000 a week. Any great mathematician can do the maths now. 10 grand. So the government basically collect billions per week from GCT alone. That can build 5 roads around Jamaica in a week. That can build 10,000 garbage trucks. Them can buy anything where them want. Remember, this is not something asked. Mankind, we have to survive. So we have to buy food. We have to do transaction. Most of us have to fly. Most of us who start businesses have to import shit. GCT is a must. This year, what them get from you? When them tell us a quarter what you earn is a Cuba regime they pick up. Hitler style. Covetous bad where the government see an individual who save him money. Never ask for a loan, never borrow nothing. And just say, I want half of that bumper clot. No. And you're still paying GCT. That's the reason why the government can say, oh, I'll take $25,000 a year for my pay. Because we're making money. We can build 10 hospitals for $32 billion in less than a year. Because we have money. Money they have to wash dog. Restore dog. Because the people in the country are so blind and vulnerable and dunce and slow. I make all that junkhead folks who never put themselves nowhere with water, walking, dirty water boat and walk. Of course, tax must be paid, the whole country go puppet. You tell me what really is going on for the country. See my garbage out of my door, I 4 weeks now from the Iberian. No garbage out in the pass. You don't want to see my tax a year time. A woman come from the tax office and Mr. Stewart, I see where you purchase a brand new BMW here and you know own a truck. Could you come down to I'm like, come go suck your mama, where you get that from? Who you? Who you, man? I'm like, come off my phone. You're bright. You're fucking crazy. Mr. Walker, Canada style, so not come with it. And Cuba. Look about this. I'm like, so why am I giving the government half of my money? When he contributes nothing toward this. Then he can't answer. She depends on like, sir, it's policy, it's part of it. Say, your policy. I want to make them something you go on. I want to make this blood clot you go on. Then say if you pay NIS, which contributes, I don't think it's national insurance. I don't know insurance none. Because the motel say it goes toward garbage or XYZ, which I thought GCT would have done that. I think GCT would have done that. But then again, I ask myself, people, GCT fine. So the supermarkets fail and no money now make off for selling products. But then again, things are sell. Because the government hardly give a blight or a bust. And then again, all of these farmers in Jamaica have license. And license means you have to pay a fee every year, every month. I don't know how it goes. But a fee comes with a license. Because a renewal must be. Yo, DJ, where you come from, man? So him actually get more money than ever. Because everything comes with a license. FLA comes with a license. Food comes with a license. Taxi man off a uniform, XYZ license. Buses, transport authority. If you're 40 in a place, better than more license you. The ticket, seatbelt raise. Now them put 14, 15-year-old in a car seat on the back. Driving with cell phone. Driving with your 2-hole steering. Drive by your hand upon window. Drive by your short tear. Everything comes with a so much. Any farmer look a reflector upon your bike or bicycle. You can't promote your dance and put your stick up on your car again. Alright. So I keep a party and I put up 2 billboards. Because I already pays my nice amusement. No, $28,000 for a big sign. This fucking country is rich. 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 But we're not question. We just constantly feed the government with money and every day they buy a new truck, new helicopter, new plane. I say, I'm at work, make him do him thing. No, the government is just busy selling digitalization right now. Pick out all workforce. Bring on the down to the knees. Around the country how him want it to run. Tell you when to move, when not to move. All of these that you see they putting in airports and this and that and in bus and lamps and cameras in the streets. You know what I mean? The water we see a lock off every minute in your community is just to move you from your community to them smart communities. See, so all of these housing schemes where you see them build up, we're full of cameras. After them standing here so them can actually tell everything about you. How your light bill is being spent, how much money being accumulated, you can't go nowhere. Where you eat this morning for breakfast. Because you in this Garrison Rosemount, them can't put up no camera. It don't look away and road and you don't want to get all the communities in a so then create frustration. Like lock up the water every 5 minutes and tell about how the tank is running dry now. Rain just fall for 3 months. And them still a lock off and lock you on. So the patterns are now being created. You know what I mean? So you get out of this place, yeah, and go into them smart town and the smart city. You know what I mean? So now we can give you a house. Your housing are very cheap and they get your norm and hook to the fact that you like small spaces and eat tiny while them exercise. It's sad your bumper ass clot. We have a whole bunch of blind people. And I'm going on TikTok later on to do a live with the same thing. Just so cool off and get something sorted out. I just never go put on the car. A road mash up the whole light for the so work never stop. See? Big up on yourself. And come over TikTok. Either this evening or tomorrow. I don't get for them share it. You know what I mean? Because I tell you TikTok is the same as Facebook. All these platforms are the same fucking thing. It's just that I'm kind of fresh over there now, so we can attract more people in the beginning. Big up on yourself. Mad!